What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol BABA for Alibaba Group. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. This, of course, will be an update. You can see our daily roadmap is in place here. Over the past couple of days, we have been breaking this downtrend resistance line sideways through time, as opposed to just aggressively higher through price. So it's not the most bullish break, but it is breaking nonetheless, just indicating that the downtrend is not as firm. We're really just kind of going sideways in here, correct? We're not making significantly higher highs, but we're also not making significantly lower lows. So the first thing I would say about the chart is that the trend overall, at least in the short time frame here, the past month or so, is predominantly sideways. Now, we are getting a little bit of bull flag activity, something that would start to look like this, with multiple hammer candles printing over the past couple of days. Let me make that bigger here so we can see. These lower wicks, double bottoms right here, although it's not the strongest type of reversal pattern, it is indicating that buyers are stepping up at a fairly nuanced level and preventing this 100% retracement of the overall large green bar there. What we can do is take out the Fibonacci's on the daily time frame and come from low to high. And what you'll notice is, sure, we did test the 61.8, which is the last blue line on the chart here, but it's not like we actually closed these candles underneath, which is a decent sign of strength, right? Ideally, we would have loved to see the 38.2 hold up, the first blue line. I know that's a little tricky to see there, but it just didn't happen, right? So we're dealing with what the cards we've been dealt. I guess that's the same, right? You get my gist. Anyways, what can we look at going forward here? Well, I would certainly just say we have like a 30-minute resistance trend line in play that will lead to sort of an advanced heads up if there's going to be a breakout, right? If I just do something like this, you can clearly see we have a little bit of a secondary resistance trend line in play. If that were to break, I would expect a move like this to the top end of that sort of move from in here. And just to give you a level horizontally of where that's at, that would be roughly 124.13, right? This 122 is not as important anymore. I suppose you could make the argument, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it for now. And the reason being, and you saw me second guess myself there, is just because look at all the interactions we have here. To me, it is still definitely going to be an area of interest. If the move is something like this, maybe it's a break and then something like that for a quick higher low. But I do want that to be on your charts at 122.50. Ultimately, the top of the flag, 124.13. And if that starts to go, we've talked in depth about the importance of 130 in the past, this level right here on the daily. It's a big, big shelf of support from about 3 years ago in the past. We're not going to go look at it. Well, I guess we can. That way you believe me, I suppose. But in the past, it was a big, big area of support here. So it looks like it was back here. Okay, so big double bottom from the daily around that 130. So that's really where that level is coming from and why it's going to be such a critical overhead target. If it is to be reattempted, I would expect a significant amount of resistance there, something like this, and then maybe we get more balance up here. So the daily chart is starting to say, hey, maybe the trend isn't as firmly down as we might have thought, aka the break of the resistance trendline sideways through time as we discussed, and we also have some bullish indications based on a hold of the 61.8. Now, if the move is lower in Alibaba, I really don't think it's a clear short until we break down underneath those two-day lows, which are really here around 115.85. I'm going to go ahead and clean up that 119 level, no longer really serving too much of a purpose. You're probably going to get more chop in here than anything directional. So again, your breakdown point is underneath the two-day lows to bring us closer to that 110, 109, 40-ish area that we've identified from the daily here. That's really Alibaba in a nutshell. As of right now, I would sort of watch for the potential for that breakout higher, noticing that we are putting pressure on that resistance trend line. Nice little rally also into the end of the day. But don't forget, right, the overwhelming trend over the past year, past couple of months as well, has been down. It's only just kind of starting to go sideways here from a shorter term perspective. So that's going to wrap up the video on Alibaba. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comment section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.